Hey Drew, I just want to go through your data. I'm speaking at the Colorado Coaches Convention, so sorry that I haven't been able to get to this email earlier. But look where you started, man. 61 pounds. Let's just call it 60 pounds to start. Dots on everything. Okay. The good thing though, you were really balanced, but overall you were pretty weak. But as we progressed, as we're going upwards here, you've made a really steady increase. We hit 92 pounds. So, essentially, we've made a 30-pound dumbbell increase in arm strength. We have zero dots on any of your strength. However, we were in a good range for balance. And I'm curious to see what happened in this week. I'm sure that, you're having a little bit more baseball, maybe activities. But give me some indicators of what happened here because I don't want to completely unbalance your training before I have another test. And maybe it's just that you've done a bunch of throwing with baseball practice starting up. But buddy, you're doing amazing. Your strength is going way beyond your body weight, which is awesome to see. Keep pushing this arm score up. You hit our cutoff earlier, like here in December, but you keep moving it up and keep this work up. But we do have to watch how much internal rotation activation you're getting opposed to the ER. So maybe you can fill me in a little bit on that. But I want one more test, and make sure you email me when you take another test. We'll look at it with my people. And everything else, you're recovering really well. You see, this is nice to see from test to test. You're really not showing many signs of poor recoverability. So, whatever you're dialing in for sleep and nutrition, keep that up, man. That's really great. Good to see there, man. Okay? Keep it up. Awesome. Now I want to get into a little bit more of the programming. What we're looking at here as we start and head into Sunday, again, we're doing all our soft tissue stuff. Okay, we're going to make sure that you're rolling out foam roll on all your trigger points. Make sure you're doing this because that also will help our arm scores just by releasing a lot of the tightness that can happen after weekends of practice or games. I know you're still playing basketball. I want to be a little bit careful with how much running we do, but we have introduced running for you and a lot of athletes that are heading into really the early part of their preseason one, which we start in February. So essentially, when you're looking at this, your speed, agility, quickness session, we're working on more of the high speed related body posture. So this is the quick contacts on the ground. You're going to see that you're going to be moving into bounding. We're then going to start with low position acceleratory sprinting. So this is 10 yards. I want at least six leg pumps. You'll see the video for this when it comes up. And then you take off. Big arms when you come off the ground. And then we're going to get into 15-yard sprints. We're not going to go super long distance. We're sort of in the transition. I want you to use your steel start position. Stick to the percentages: 75%, 80, 85, 90, 95. Not 100% yet on this guy. That's just to get your legs loose. On Thursday, we're going to do a little bit of testing. So it's good that we're connecting here. You probably don't have lasers, but what I want to do after your warm up, see if you can put in some 10-yard sprint times. Essentially, yeah, you guys will be going on first move. So you trip the stopwatch on the first move by you, Drew, and then we catch the time as soon as they would pass a 10-yard cone. If you're with a coach or, if you guys are together, you and your dad, Drew, you can go in and make sure that he's standing at the cone, and when you cross the cone, you're hitting the button. So first move, and then once you're about to cross the cone, anticipate it. Use your index finger. It's a little faster than your thumb to hit the trigger, but we can start to get a 10-yard time. Okay, make sure your legs are ready. So if you need more running just to get ready to run 3 of these at full speed, please do. I want you to take 90 seconds rest. Don't really push it. I want you recovered. Then there's some jump tests here. I'd like you to get a tape measure that's in decimals and feet. So it's not foot inches, but when you enter the data, it's in point feet basically. So you're representing the inches in a proportion of feet. It's usually on one side. It's not the foot inches side of the tape, but it's another side. That way we can see where your lower body power is hanging out. And then don't worry about this part. We were gonna put in some more here, but if you feel like your legs are good to go, definitely you can do some more, pogo hops, and we can do again, getting you off the ground in short burst sprints. But after the test, if you start to feel a little bit more fatigued, I know you got basketball season going. That's okay. All right. And we go back to soft tissue because you're going to probably have some basketball and other things going on. And then we got to get into our next training week. Okay. So we're again going to work on our 15-yard sprints. And then on the 30th, we're down bringing it now into 20 yards. So now it's a little bit further. Okay. And then we have a little bit more of a different start protocol. You're going to have some lateral movement with some foot quickness. We're going to get into some of the other land-based components of training. And then just, again, be aware of their percentages, man. We're going to only do one at 100%, and especially use your rest time, because now you're a little bit further. In fact, I don't mind if you go to 2 minutes. Let's make it 120 seconds. Don't rush it so that you're recovered and that you can run these really well with good technique. Okay? Keep it going, bud.